Part 3 of Zeti Hunt is actually fairly short and simple, as it's mostly just Sonic throwing down with the Deadly Six and doing his best to really stall for time for the most part. Kind of mocking, taunting, juking and jiving, ducking and weaving, sliding. He's pulling out all the moves. But it becomes very apparent that Sonic alone isn't really going to be able to do the deed, as Tangle tries to get out through the hole that was made previously by the Zeti trying to get to Jewel to basically fulfill some sick fantasy of destroying the head of the Restoration in order to cause the death of hope for the people. But Sonic tells Tangle, no, I'm just buying time until Tails and his gizmo can get here, the Zeti nullifier, so that we can complete the plan. And I like the fact that Sonic is sticking with Tails' initial plan. He knows that just trying to go in for the takedown isn't the best way to handle this. And as Jewel checks in to see where everybody's at, Tails is getting close. He basically plans on crashing the tornado into the Restoration hangar. Meanwhile, we see that the Chaotix are stuck in traffic. Oof. But we actually see a little bit of assistance from Whisper, who uses the hole in the door in order to send out a few shots that actually do prove to be a good amount of backup for Sonic. Leave it to Whisper to be playing the role she's best at, support. And even when some of the Zeti try to get in close, you have Tangle, of course, there to back her girl up. And I also love the fact that Zor isn't really trying to get into the melee of the fray and has to be thrown into it by Zavic. However, Zavic has had enough of the assistance by Whisper and uses his abilities to disable not only Whisper's mask, but her Wispun as well, which of course riles up Tangle, but with Tangle not really having much maneuverability, she's easily subdued by Zavic. It's a very poor showing, unfortunately. The little firing through the stopgap really kind of backfired for the most part. But Sonic does at least start to wear down Zaz for the most part, since he's the one who's going in the hardest. But Zavic does manage to tag Sonic, and he's quickly outnumbered as all 6 of the Deadly Six go in for the kill. But once Sonic gets captured, in comes Tails, complete with his Zeti subduers. And with those, the rest of the Zeti are pretty much subdued quick, fast, and in a hurry, with the only one still putting up a fight, of course, being Zavic. And we actually get this really nice moment where Tails decides that despite the fact that Sonic has been captured, he's still going to rush in and try to do his best to fight off Zavic. It's a futile attempt as Zavic easily subdues him, but I like the fact that Tails is that plucky young guy from before. He even mentions just like he's going to do what Sonic trained him to do. Fight to the bitter end. I love it. No more wimpy characterization for our favorite two-tailed fox. But this was all according to Tails' plans, as getting captured by Zavic allows him to have gotten in close, and he uses his tails, which are hiding one of the gizmos in them, to subdue Zavic as well. Oof, I love it when Tails is thinking on his feet, with the only one left being Zor, who was just off in the corner for the most part, and thus the Deadly Six are dead on arrival. Unfortunately, there's still one itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny little problem left. Belle was still kidnapped by Starline, and it's gonna be a race to try to save her, thus ending our issue. I told you this was a short one. I mean, it's mostly just the throwdown with the Deadly Six. Now, I've heard from a lot of people that it seemed a bit on the short side, but dude, this whole entire issue was that fight. You don't normally get that with a lot of comics where the entire issue is the smackdown. And that's also the benefit of Tails' device. that subdued the Zeti. It's just like they're a one-hit takedown. It's basically kind of what we should have expected, because at the start of most of this, Tails had already developed the device and he said what it could do and it did it. Like, no reason to doubt Tails' abilities now when he always manages to come through most times. But, I mean, this wasn't the best issue. Honestly, it's kind of a little bit on the side, mostly because with everything that the Deadly Six had done and what they had been building up to, I can understand where a lot of people felt like it went by a little too fast. Like there should have been a little bit more of a struggle going on. And that would have been fine if Sonic had more of his friends along for the fight, but in this situation I feel like we just would have spun our wheels constantly. At most you could have had the Deadly Six just for some reason spread out throughout the base, and you have to tackle them one by one, but that feels a little bit on the tedious side, if nothing else. Like, why are they splitting up? They're stronger together, come on. But honestly, it was as good a story as you could have hoped for from the Deadly Six, all things considered. What I've been really interested in, and what most people have been interested in, is the situation with Belle. And if the Deadly Six ended up just being a vehicle to have more of a storyline for Belle, like just to have a situation where Belle could have been captured the way that she was, I'll take it. Honestly, the Deadly Six under Ian's pen, they're the best they ever have been. So, if nothing else, it was a nice little detour before we got to the real star of this arc, Belle. And with the previews of new characters that we've seen, I'm interested to see exactly what Starline uses Belle for in order to awaken these two new glitchy characters. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments section below. What is Belle being used for? What exactly does Starline need from her, or can use from her, in order to create these misfit recolors? And what did you think about the way that the Deadly Six were taken down? Did you feel it was just a little too fast, or are you glad that it was over and not padded out to death? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, please subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon for notifications, and until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.